Hey, what's going on? It's the Hoops Guru. I'm back again. Hey, it's so good. I mean, so good to have NBA playoff basketball back, man. It's always good when playoff basketball is here, as you know. The best basketball you can watch, man. And what we're going to do right here is talk about the Eastern Conference first round prediction, how I think all the series will go. And with that being said, let's get into the first one, the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Orlando Magic. I think this series, Milwaukee's going to show that they're in championship mode, a little more focus and determination than they had in the previous games in the bubble. I think a lot of those precautions were taken to make sure guys are healthy. I think Middleton finally got his legs up under him. And Orlando just hasn't shown any growth to me, and they had some injuries that stifle that team as well. So I think the Milwaukee Bucks will make quick work of the Orlando Magic. And although I could say this series will go 5 games, I'm gonna go ahead and be bold, not bold, but just kind of stick with what I feel and think it'll only go 4, and that the Bucks will take care of the Orlando Magic in 4 games and advance to the second round. So there you have it, Milwaukee Bucks versus Orlando Magic, 4 games. All right, the next series I want to talk about is the Toronto Raptors versus the Brooklyn Nets. This is a series I think it's going to be tighter than the final outcome is going to show, meaning that you could possibly have a series going 5 games, which I'll predict, but the margin of victories are going to be very slim. It's going to be hard fought games, but I think the Toronto Raptors, with their veteran leadership and their more intact rosters, was going to wear Brooklyn down, and that's going to be the difference in the game. Brooklyn's going to be in games, but they're just going to get worn down, and the Raptors will be able to kind of take control during those final few minutes of every game with their veteran leadership and championship pedigree. And that's going to be the difference in the series. I think you got to commend Brooklyn playing great under Jacques Vaughn. He's a guy who should get another coaching job real soon if the Nets don't rehire him. I don't know if he has KD's stamp of approval or not, but if he doesn't, he's a guy I'd like to see with another job real soon. I think a team like the Atlanta Hawks could definitely benefit from what I've seen out of Jacques Vaughn. Getting those guys to play with so much passion is a beautiful thing. But unfortunately, I don't think they're going to win the series. So I got the Raptors in 5. This next series is Boston Celtics versus Philadelphia 76ers. This is a series I would have been more hyped to see if Ben Simmons was healthy and the Sixers were playing with any type of determination. I just don't really see it coming out of those guys right now, but who knows? Maybe the light bulb will click on when the series actually starts. But right now, I'm just looking at Boston, and they look like the hungrier team. They're healthy. They they know their pecking order. They have a coach that gets those guys to really play with a lot of passion and conviction. And, they actually believe that they can win in the East and get to the NBA Finals. I think they believe that they can beat the Raptors and the Bucks. And the Sixers right now just seem kind of wounded and uninterested. And, I could be wrong. Maybe Joel Embiid can have an epic series and pull something out. But I just don't feel it right now with Philadelphia, especially with Ben Simmons being out. I really don't feel it with them. Maybe Al Horford could show some fountain of youth and be a spark now that he's going to be in the starting lineup. But I just don't think so. I think Jalen Brown's going to have a strong series. Tatum's going to knock the rust off. We know what Kemba Walker can do. Marcus Smart, he's going to have his defensive prowess going on. And I just think Boston's going to be the hungrier team. I think they have the most to prove in the East, that they're really title contenders, and they're going to show it in this first series. So a part of me wants to say Boston in 5, but I'm going to show the Sixers some respect and say Boston in 6. And so there you have it. I have them going on to the second round, and we'll see what happens right there. Boston Celtics in 6, y'all. Hey, leave it in the comments. Let me know if I'm crazy or not. This last series going to talk about in the Eastern Conference is going to boil down to one word: heart, because I think they're evenly matched. Both teams are coached very well. Both coaches are very respected. Both of these coaches get the most out of their talent. Um, but I just think one team is going to show a little more grit and a little more heart, and I think that's going to be the difference in the series. But every game's going to be close. I have this series going 7 games, but I'm going to give it to the Miami Heat. And I'm talking about the Heat versus the Indiana Pacers, of course. Um, it's going to be an interesting series. We'll see if Victor Oladipo could, find his passion of old in series before he got injured when he was really made his mark in the playoffs. We'll see if TJ Warren can still be one of the bubble gods and show that he's stepped up in his career and he's a go-to player. See if he could look Jimmy Butler in the face and go right at him and really, give out what Jimmy's likes to dish out because Jimmy likes to take your heart. That's part of his game. But if you can withstand that and give it right back at him, you'll really have a chance in the series. And that's what the Indiana Pacers are going to need. I'd like to see a lot more from Miles Turner for sure. I don't know what's happened with him in his career lately, but if there's ever a time you can make a mark, this is it with Miles Turner. Um, he's going to be needed. And I think if he can show up and show a presence there, use his size and height against Bam, be a force, show some grit. Indiana can win this series, but as of right now, I don't see it or feel it. So that's why I'm picking Miami in 7. Let me know what you think, guys. Though, if I'm wrong, if this series is going to go 7, or even if Indiana can beat them before that, let me know what you guys think. But that's it for the Eastern Conference, man. We're predicting like I said, I picked all my first rounds in the East. Make sure you look at my video of picking the first round in the West. And please subscribe, man. I want to put out more content. I like you guys. I just like interacting with basketball. So if you got a passion for hoops or let me know a topic you'd like me to address, I'll be happy to do so. Thanks for listening. It's the Hoops Guru for B Street Sports Blast. Peace, y'all.